Get ready for double the femme fatale mayhem, because Tatiana, Neva, and Cynthia Rothrock are exploding onto the US in the new action thriller Prey of Wrath. This explosive film is packed with intense firepower and hand-to-hand carnage that you absolutely cannot miss. We dive into everything we know about this action spectacle, from the kinetic throwback vibe to the brutal efficiency of Neva's minigun action, and you need to see the trailer right now on streaming.
Here's a simple way to protect your phone without stress. This ALEN 3-pack comes with tempered glass screen protectors, camera lens protectors, and an installation frame for an easier, cleaner fit. It's clear, case-friendly, and built to help guard against scratches and everyday bumps. Check the link in the comments to get it on Amazon.
Next up, the big news in television production. Former NBC head honcho Robert Greenblatt is officially returning to NBCUniversal with a first-look deal. Greenblatt and his production company, The Green Room, are set to develop and produce new TV projects for UTV across all platforms. We explore what this means for the industry and the exciting new series adaptation of the Julie Clark novel, The Lies I Tell. We continue our deep dive into the Greenblatt return as we look at the details surrounding his inaugural project, The Lies I Tell. This series follows con artist Meg and journalist Kat Roberts as they battle over a decade-long personal history, and we break down the powerhouse executive producers including Ken Allen, Roxanne Allen, John Woo, and Clark. Find out how Greenblatt's vision is shaping the future of television. And that's our lineup for today. Robert Greenblatt is back in the game, bringing his incredible vision to Universal Television, and The Lies I Tell is ready to hit the screen. Don't miss a single moment of this massive industry shift. Stay locked right here for all the latest and greatest news. A new action thriller titled Prey of Wrath has just hit the US on NBCUniversal's XUMO Play, promising double the femme fatale mayhem. The film stars Tatiana, Neva, and martial arts action royalty Cynthia Rothrock, delivering intense firepower and hand-to-hand carnage. The trailer reveals a kinetic throwback vibe reminiscent of the 80s and 90s action cinema era. The production, presented by ITN Studios and Hollywood Storm, features creative action sequences highlighting both bullets and beatdowns. Cynthia Rothrock is noted for looking full throttle, echoing her success in DTV action films, while Tatiana, Neva is positioned as a formidable force, her supermodel presence infused with killer skills. The action is amplified by the inclusion of miniguns, which Neva wields with brutal efficiency. The film is directed by Benny T. Jandra and Doug Takioka, with photography by Talon Tears and Louis DeStefano, and edited by Doug Takioka and Tatiana, Neva. The project is executive produced by Alexander Nevsky, with Tatiana, Neva also serving as an executive producer. The film is available for streaming now. Former NBC executive Robert Greenblatt is returning to Universal TV with a first-look deal, according to Channel YouTube. Under the agreement, Greenblatt and his production company, The Green Room, will develop and produce television projects for UTV across all platforms. John Woo continues to serve as the head of filmed content for The Green Room. Greenblatt has a significant history with the network, currently executive producing the hit HBO series, The Gilded Age, at the studio. He originally greenlit the show for NBC before it transitioned to premium cable, a period during which Greenblatt was involved in its streaming ambitions. Expressing his enthusiasm, Greenblatt stated, "I'm overjoyed to be coming back to NBCU to produce shows with my old friends at Universal Television. Perlina Igbokwe, with whom I worked closely for 15 years at Showtime and NBC, has built Universal Studio Group into an extraordinary, world-class studio. John Woo and I look forward to working with her and her extraordinary teams, headed by Aaron Underhill at UTV. This is an exciting time for producers in television, and we're thrilled to have this incredible group supporting us. Who said you can't go home again?" The first project under this first-look deal will be a series adaptation of the Julie Clark novel, The Lies I Tell, currently in development. Ken Allen, Roxanne Allen, Woo, and Clark are slated to executive produce the series. The logline describes the show as following: Meg, a con artist who slides alongside you and tells you exactly what you need to hear, and by the time she's done, you've likely lost everything. Kat Roberts has been waiting 10 years for the woman who upended her life to return. And now that she has, Kat is determined to be the one to expose her. But as the two women grow closer, Kat's long-held assumptions begin to crumble, leaving Kat to wonder who Meg's true target is. Greenblatt previously served as chairman of NBC Entertainment from 2011 to 2018, overseeing all primetime, late-night, and scripted daytime programming for NBC, Universal Television, Universal Television Alternative Studio, and Universal Stage Productions. During his tenure, he guided the launch of major hits including The Voice, This Is Us, The Good Place, The Blacklist, and the One Chicago franchise, and successfully led NBC in producing numerous live stagings of musicals like The Sound of Music and The Wiz. Prior to his time at NBC, Greenblatt was president of Showtime Networks, where he oversaw programming for shows such as Dexter, Weeds, The Tudors, and Shameless. Aaron Underhill, president of Universal Television, welcomed the move, noting, "Bob is a well-respected creative force in the industry. Welcoming him back to Universal Television feels both exciting and fitting. His taste, vision, and relationships have shaped some of television's most enduring hits, and we can't wait to collaborate with him on what comes next." John Woo's background is also notable. Prior to joining the Green Room, he was vice president of film and television at Hello Sunshine and had experience in the feature film division at 20th Century Fox, contributing to productions like Bohemian Rhapsody, The Greatest Showman, Deadpool 2, and Murder on the Orient Express. Robert Greenblatt is returning to NBCUniversal, having inked a first-look deal with Universal Television and setting his inaugural project. Greenblatt rejoins the company after departing in 2018 as chairman of NBC Entertainment, where he oversaw primetime, late-night, and daytime scripted content. He will be functioning in a producer capacity. Greenblatt has already greenlit his first project, an adaptation of Julie Clark's novel, The Lies I Tell. Greenblatt expressed enthusiasm about the move, stating, "I'm overjoyed to be coming back to NBCU to produce shows with my old friends at Universal Television. Perlina Igbokwe, with whom I worked closely for 15 years at Showtime and NBC, has built Universal Studio Group into an extraordinary, world-class studio. John Woo and I look forward to working with her and her extraordinary teams, headed by Aaron Underhill at UTV. This is an exciting time for producers in television, and we're thrilled to have this incredible group supporting us. Who said you can't go home again?" Aaron Underhill, president of Universal Television, welcomed Greenblatt, noting, "Bob is a well-respected creative force in the industry. Welcoming him back to Universal Television feels both exciting and fitting. His taste, vision, and relationships have shaped some of television's most enduring hits, and we can't wait to collaborate with him on what comes next." Greenblatt's new agreement will see him produce television through his production company, The Green Room. John Woo remains as the head of film content. The Lies I Tell marks the first project from the Green Room for Universal Television and will be executive produced by Ken Allen, Roxanne Allen, Woo, and Clark. The series follows journalist Kat and con artist Meg as they compete for position 10 years after the con artist dramatically changed the journalist's life. Prior to this, Greenblatt held a first-look deal with Lionsgate Television and currently serves as an executive producer on HBO's The Gilded Age. Bob Greenblatt is returning to NBCUniversal following a first-look deal with Universal Television. Greenblatt previously served as the NBC Entertainment chairman until September 2018. The reunion is being facilitated through Greenblatt's production company, The Green Room, with the first project under the new pact being The Lies I Tell, an adaptation of the 2022 Julie Clark novel. Ken Allen will serve as the lead executive producer, with John Woo and Roxanne Allen also co-EPing the project. The story of The Lies I Tell centers on Kat Roberts, who has waited 10 years for a woman named Meg, a con artist who manipulates others, to return. As Kat and Meg grow closer, Kat is determined to expose her, but her assumptions begin to crumble, leaving her to question Meg's true objective. Aaron Underhill, president of Universal Television, expressed enthusiasm, stating that Greenblatt's taste, vision, and relationships have shaped enduring television hits, and the company is eager to collaborate on future projects. Greenblatt reflected on the move, stating, "I'm overjoyed to be coming back to NBCU to produce shows with my old friends at Universal Television." He highlighted his working relationship with Perlina Igbokwe, who helped build Universal Studio Group into a world-class studio. Greenblatt's extensive career includes overseeing primetime, late-night, and scripted daytime programming for NBC and Universal Television between 2011 and 2018, including hits like The This Is Us, The Blacklist, and The Good Place. Prior to his NBC tenure, Greenblatt was president of Showtime Networks, where he managed shows such as Dexter, Weeds, Nurse Jackie, Shameless, and Californication, and later produced Broadway shows after his time at NBC. John Woo, head of filmed content at the Green Room, previously served as vice president of film and television at Reese Witherspoon's Hello Sunshine.